Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Sarah James and I am here to shine my light and share my story. So here I am, and today I'm going to be reading from the book of Knowing and Worth, channeled by Paul Selig and gifted to us from the Ascended Masters for humankind to go on their ascension. So I'm going to be reading this book, and we are on day 14. Day 14 is all about respect. So stick around. Read along with me, or just sit back and let the word resonate as they may. I'm going to be reading and talking about what's going on in my own life. So, yeah, here we go. Day 14. We respect you each as you decide, as you claim, as you will, as you choose, as you give, as you respond to your own needs. We respect you as you act, as you make news, as you call things to you, as you express yourselves in all ways. Now today we will be asking you one thing. Do you respect the self that you are? Do you align to respect as an attitude, as a way of being in the world? If you do not, we will teach you. And if you do, you will teach yourselves how to be expressed as the one who is respected in a whole new way. We talk about divinity very often. The aspect of the Creator within you that may be manifested as you is the divine self, seeking expression and being amplified through your engagement with us and the writings that we offer you. The divine self that you know as yourself is still precluded from full expression by several things. Your belief that it cannot be so, your fear of what it means to be realized, and the responsibility that you hold in your mind if you are activated and realized at a higher level of awareness. The fear that it cannot be so is what we will attend to first. You are all in manifestation in one way or another. You all have creations you see before you, and you may all agree that you are an inheritance of those things that were created by you and that you have accepted from others. It is everything that you see before you. At this time, we are simply saying to you that the new alignment you are being offered will claim you in a new vibration that must be in accord with a new way of living a life. If you can accept this much, you have already engaged in an escalation of your own consciousness that will benefit you and call to you those things that you must know to realize this, to know this, to claim it as true. You are the one in charge of your identity. We have said this many times, and we remind you once again. You are who you say you are. When you claim your divinity and you design an outpicturing, a life to be expressed in accord with that, the landscape is changed and everything that you see must move into accord with it. The fear that it cannot be so is the fear of climbing higher. It is the fear of being seen at the top of the tree by the ones below you who say, come down, it is not safe to ascend. We will tell you one thing. Ascension, we say, is a state of consciousness that accelerates you and attends to your vibration as you create things on this plane. So, consequently, the creations that you make from a higher consciousness will align to you. Those things that adhere to lower vibrations stop impacting you because you are not in alignment with them. Now, this is not magic. It is systematized. This is systematized. As you each grow up, the expressions of the age you stand in are given to you. When you are old enough to leave your home, you find a home of your own. You supply your own food. This, in many ways, is no different. The vibration that you call to you will give you the need to know what you require at that level. The demonstration of this, we say, at each level of awareness is something you may know, see before you, and call to you. Can it be so? Yes, it already is so. You are all demonstrating your consciousness wherever you stand. So imagine only that the arm is reaching higher to call you forward to your next incarnation as you stand in your own being. The fear that it cannot be so, we say, is a way to keep you safe within the structures you have created thus far. It is a way to decide what you are allowed in a way that does not challenge what you have known. Can it be so? Yes. Will it be so? That is your choice. The designs that you hold up until today have been created to benefit you. They are the stepping stones as you go forward, and they will lift you if you see them for what they are. Simple structures that you have decided upon to give yourself this experience of alignment on this plane. Now, Paul is getting in the way. Well, so what if it cannot be so? If it cannot be so, what is so today? What am I today, and what do I do next to remain in my alignment, to change my life, to call to me the next adventure of my consciousness? As you stand before yourselves today, you must make a decision. This demonstration of love and the responsibility of love as you must extend to all you see before you. And the respect that you hold for your true self must be known by you in a way that you can attend to. The fear of being respected by others, or the demand to be respected by others, has nothing to do with you. In fact, the only respect that you need is from yourself. The only respect you need is from yourself. That's a good thing to remember. The only respect you need is from yourself. And the respect that we attend to today, the vibration that you hold as respected, is what you give permission to align to. Now, the holding of a single vibration calls to you a single thing. The holding of a greater vibration calls to you a greater thing. The fear that you have of being demonstrated in your majesty as an aspect of God demonstrates to all things that you hold outside of God. As we have taught you thus far, what you hold outside of God gives the mastery over you, because it is ruling you. What you give your response to in any day is what you give your attention to, and what you hold outside of God, you have aligned to, like it or not. Now, how do you respect yourself? How do you give permission to your self-worth to accept yourself as the one worthy of the kingdom? We will ask you one thing. Why would you not be? If you would take a piece of paper now and write all the things you do not respect of others, you will see a reflection of yourself, like it or not. Because these things that you write, you are still in accord to, and you choose to align to. Now, we are not saying that people will do what you want or behave in accordance with what you think they should once you are changed. But we will tell you one thing. What you align to is an accurate reflection of yourself. The need to harm another corresponds directly with the need to harm the self. The need to judge another corresponds directly with the need to judge the self. And the demonstration of these things are what you claim as you, each and every day. When you respect yourself in truth, when you decide you are worthy of love and can be respected in any way, you align to respect. And in the alignment of respect to the self, you align to the respect of all you see before you. Well, what if somebody is not respectable? You may ask. What you choose to respect is in accord with what you have been taught. How you decide upon another is a direct reflection of your own history. We will tell you one thing. Anytime you look at another human being and you see them before you, you are calling your own history to them. You are perceiving them through a frame that you have held that idealizes some things, criticizes others, and makes assumptions based on what you see. The man with the crumb on his beard does not take good care of himself. The woman with too much makeup has an issue with how she looks. You assume these things and you might be right on the surface level, but you are outpicturing your own consciousness and thereby denying them the respect that they are due. This is no mystery. If you stand before a mirror and you see yourself, you see who you expect to see. You do not see the self as you are seen by others. You see the image before you and you align to what you think you are. The hopeful choice for each of you is to realize right now that the one you see before you, the aspect of the Creator that you see before you, is infinite, has no crumb in the beard, does not require makeup, is who she is who he is in a wonderful way. You must no longer assume anything. You must no longer decide in advance who and what you think you are. If you do, you lie. And we say lie because you are telling yourself an untruth every day you say that you are in limitation. You are not in limitation. You attend to limitation. You recreate limitation as conscious beings who have been told you are not allowed to align to truth. Now, what happens when you ascend in consciousness? What is the vehicle of your expression asking from you? How do you attend to the needs of yourself at this level of incarnation? There are fair questions, but you presume things. You presume that the answers will fit the reality that you have known thus far. In fact, they cannot. The reality that you have known thus far is predicated on your history, and history, we say, is no longer meritful of a way of knowing the self. It is a condemnation of your present to think of yourself as your history, because the history that you impose in many ways is colored and informed by belief systems that you attend to prior to your awareness of your divinity and the divinity of everybody else. Do you understand this? When you had a size shoe at age 10, it was perhaps very small. You do not go to the shoe store and ask for the same shoe. If you are acting on your history, what you will claim will not fit you. The same is true for identity. How do you honor yourself as you grow is a major pertinent question. How do you lift your vibration when you decide for another what you are and what you are not, that you honor or dishonor in your way? How do you recreate yourselves as the one who knows in the face of ignorance, in the face of what you have thought that you now question to be true? Now we ask you one thing. Have you decided yet that you are worthy of love? Have you made that decision yet? Do you allow the possibility that we respect you enough, that we care for you enough to support you in this opening? That we may hold you in esteem in regard for that you deserve, in the regard that you deserve, so you may align to the possibility of love for your own highest good and for the good of all. As you decide you can do this, the way is made for you. The path is clear, and your experience, as we have told you, will be transformed. The identity that you hold yourself through as your history is going to be disembarked from. Imagine it is a shore that you have known, and the courage that you need now is to align to the new hope that your embodiment, the demonstration, and the responsibility of love that you hold will be met at the journey's end. We say yes now. As we say yes, we move into the vibration of yes, of permission, of allowance, and we ask you to do the same. I know myself in love. I know myself in esteem, and I claim that I am worthy of love. I know who I am. I know what I am. I know how I serve. I am word through this intention. Word, I am word. We thank you each for your time today. We will continue our teaching soon. We will say that this is the end of the last chapter. As we move forward, we will continue to answer the questions that we raised today, and we will continue to work with you as you choose to be loved. I am word through the ones I see before me. Word, I am word. Thank you, and good night. Stop now, please. Oh, all right. So that was something. I have a song lined up here too. Let's see. Thank you guys. Wonderful, wonderful words. So yeah, I noticed a difference with reading these books and how I feel like throughout my life I've been very concerned of how people see me or how I'm judged by others, and girls in general are typically taught to, you know, oh, you're so cute, don't be vain, you're like, don't say that you're conceited, this, like, this goes so back and forth with girls growing up, and then you're taught not to respect yourself and not to love yourself and not to say those things out loud, that I do respect myself and I do love myself. So yeah, it's just kind of breaking down those barriers, and I definitely feel just lighter being able to express myself in the ways that I need to express myself, and I respect myself, and that's all that needs to happen. So yeah, these books have been awesome for me. The Book of Knowing and Worth. And that was day 14. So next time, I think tomorrow, I'll be reading day 15, How You Witness. And we'll see what the guides have to tell us then. Yeah. I know who you are, I know what you are, I know how you serve. Thank you for joining my channel and for reading along with me or just listening. And if you have a story about how these books have benefited your awakening, then leave a comment below and let me know. Okay, love you guys. Have a good night.